So how's everyone doing?
Good. We're kind of just waiting for a couple minutes to let it gain traction, I guess. And then we'll start Jesus Christ. Actually start discussing.
Okay.
But,
I'll try to stay focused.
okay. Sorry.
Go ahead.
BRB, I'm gonna lock the children out of the room.
Okay.
Come on. Others. Colin.
All right. We get music.
Did you guys talk about the plans for the books?
Like the splitting them up?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Did the sign into the Gene Binder change?
I think so, because of Brian. It's pinned in the Project Leads chat.
With the exclamation.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Update password. Okay.
Yeah, we're just chatting while we're waiting for the screens to be caught up. Oh, there we are. Your camera's so crisp.
Yeah, it's brand new.
I know. I'm just patiently waiting for. I keep buying the wrong HDMI cord.
And look, this room got unpacked a tiny bit.
Yay! Yeah, I saw. All right, ready?
Sure.
Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome. For whatever reason, this is showing the wrong thing. Nope, that's not the right one either. Sorry, don't mind me. Got the wrong fucking thing on here. Is it that one? Nope, it's not that one. This one? Hey, there we go.
Hey,
Ta-da!
I'm down here. How do I? Does it look like I'm waving at you from down here?
From the bottom.
That's the
It would
wrong
have to
way.
go the other way. Yeah, it'd have to be. I can move you here. I'll move you up here so that you're next to me. I don't think I can make you bigger though. Yeah, I don't think I can make you bigger.
Well, hello everyone. Let's do some homebrew.
I learned how to move a turtle with Python.
Congrats.
Oh, gotcha. Not like the snake Python, like the program.
Oh,
I thought you knew, Beth.
No, I did. I'm just saying, like, for those people who might not know.
So just to update everyone on what the section I'm working on is, I'll do a little bit leading up to this. They're teamed up with Shark Boy and the Cutthroats. They're heading to Alamor's Tooth to make it to the Colossal Hermit Crab to raid the ship of its loot. And they made it to the island. If you remember the island, it's called Alamor's Tooth because it literally looks like a tooth.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that bad boy? Where's this one right here? And so they sailed around the southern coast. They made it to here, and I'm making this inner part. Let's call it the root of the teeth. Be the skills challenge with the boat because it's very treacherous. There's rocks in the water just sticking up at odd angles, and the waves, because the way the wind comes in, the wind's coming in from the west, and it's just pushing into and crashing violently, and like all the way down this narrow strait and at the end of this cove.
Right.
So if you can imagine a sailboat, to get the wind to go forward, you got to put your sails straight out like this. And to maneuver, like if you want to turn, yeah, you're turning your boat, but the wind and the waves are also still pushing you forward. So it actually makes it really difficult to navigate. And so each of the boats are going to have a dexterity modifier associated with them, according to Matt Boy.
Phil says, "Good morning, Dr. Colin and comrades." Good morning, Phil.
Hey, howdy, Phil. So for this first one, they have a perception check. I love how our skill check things look now with the background. It's just for DMs running it, you have an easy DC, medium, and hard, depending on what you want and potential outcomes. So this first one, basically, they can make the perception check to figure out which way they should go. And left lane is the correct lane. And so even if you fail, like even if you roll on only the easy DC, your boat hits a rock, but it doesn't really cause it. However, the right lane, which is the one I'm doing now, see, it says right here, I think, the players are rewarded for choosing the port turn with no permanent damage to their vessel, even with a low skill check. Now, if you fail, like if you roll a crit 1 or like really low, there could be some damage. However, if they chose the wrong way, which was the right way, which was the right lane, then the DCs are going to be more difficult. So the hard one actually causes some damage to the boat. And what's fun too is the cutthroats are going to have to make these checks as well. So even if your boat does well, cutthroats might take a little damage too.
Right. Is the music a little bit loud for everyone? Because I feel like it's kind of...
I can't hear. Let me turn on the stream.
Well, I know you can't hear it, but...
It doesn't seem like it's that loud.
Okay, I just turned it down a little bit just to be sure, because it felt like it was...
All right, so choosing the port turn with no permanent damage to vessel. Skill check. A particularly bad roll could result in some, what's the word where it's like aesthetic damage.
Or cosmetic.
Cosmetic, there's two, yeah.
Unless, yeah, if it's not like anything super wrong with the actual integrity of the ship, then it's just cosmetic damage.
So right lane, do I have text before I say that? No, so go straight into the dexterity check, which is there. So this time, what did I say about the right lane? I said, the lanes on either side of the large obstruction are clear, yet they both turn out of sight, hiding future obstacles. That's the easy DC.
Right.
Looking at the wave patterns, you notice the left lane has more water flow, potentially signaling a wider passage. You're particularly perceptive. Focusing on the right lane, you see shadows and the occasional break of underwater rocks, a hidden threat beneath the waves. So we know on the right lane that there are rocks under the water. So even if they make the hardest DC, they're gonna feel a few underwater bumps and grinds. Bump and grind.
Hey.
The quick rapids on shallow rocks. Speed the vessel forward as the boat rocks with every scrape and bump on the rocks below. Stones below. So that's like if they got a really good check. Howdy, Andrew. I know everyone else might have said hi, Dave. Yeah, but I had not. I should go at the pod. I don't need another ad. Twitch has been going crazy with the ads again.
Yeah.
Hear me out. You wouldn't have an ad if you subscribed.
I don't
Yeah,
know
but
if
I have to
that's.
subscribe
I
to
don't
my
know if
other
that's
account.
true. Actually.
It should be set to where subscribers don't get ads.
Oh, weird. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
I've been wanting to do this for a while.
Are you gonna subscribe to us?
No,
Oh.
I did a word ban.
Oh. What? What are we banning?
Hear me out.
That's more than one word.
It still counts. Still
Still counts.
counts. That's funny.
I feel like that requires at least 3.
For what?
3? That's like half
Yeah.
my points.
Yeah, but it's more than one word.
Okay. What are we
Oh, we can't curse either. Well, it's gonna get real quiet here pretty soon.
Oh no.
Andrew's got all the words. Doing here, I'll do me, and then someone else. Those 2 words, and we're covered.
Unless we just say get out.
Out. Out.
Okay.
No, I don't. We need to have here covered. Oh, you have here covered.
Yeah.
So ad-free viewing is on, so subscribers can watch your content without ads.
Mm.
So yeah, that should be on. That should have been on the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Welcome.
Puma.
Puma.
Quick rapids on shallow rocks. Speed the vessel forward as the boat rocks with every scrape and bump on the stones below. Make it through the rough patch with minor All right, so if they only make the easiest DC on this right way, there's gonna be a pop. Definitely, a crunch rings out as the front starboard side of the boat connects to a rock, splintering the outer planking and allowing some water to It's allowing some water to flow into
Allowing the deluge to penetrate the hull.
Whoa. Whoa. I'm just gonna change it all up and say causing a leak.
Still not a good enough time to use the word penetrate, I guess.
Penetrate is a difficult word to really
Yeah.
feel good about.
To get a grasp on, as it were.
Oh wow.
More evil wizard myth, please.
That's fine. That's not how you spell outer.
I believe in you. I don't know how to spell most things, so you're better than me.
Yeah, and I could sometimes. Oh, I did it again. Oh, I guess it must have just caught. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. So medium. So the leak is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Medium. We'll kind of say similar. A crunch. Rings out and has the fun. Yeah, same kind of scenario, but because they rolled better,
Maybe just a crack instead of a leak.
it's just gonna be there will be no leak.
Yeah, like if you get hit again, you're probably gonna pop a hole in it, but Puma said it's snowing here. Phil said we had snow here in the weekend. For us, it started raining yesterday and hasn't stopped. So all of our snow is gone. It's just cold and wet. It's no fun time.
But it was not bad enough to spur a strong. To cause.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. The resolution. So to terrain in the right lane. A bad roll can cause significantly more damage.
Mm-hmm.
Should the boat take on water, countermeasures must be employed to stem the what? Okay, okay. I'm wondering. Oh, howdy. We Oh, what did we call Twisted Correct? Didn't we have a name? Did we not have a name? Did we just call Twisted? Do you remember?
I don't remember. What is your preferred
Nomiker.
yeah, calling? I almost said pronouns, but I was like that wouldn't I mean it matters, but like that wouldn't be the right name, so we're not gonna be like, hey her like hello, Hubban. Can I help you?
Taking a bath. Hopefully there's hot water this
Pam.
time.
Okay. Howdy, Pam. Phil, you just always tease me, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You come in, you say hi, and you're out.
And then
Hey,
I
Mango.
just leave again. Hello, Mango.
Hello.
Take a shower and go do your
Mango.
Spanish. Bye.
Okay, due to more different so it must be put to stem the flood. This should make future skill checks.
Phil was like, what? I'm a tease? Well.
Well, look, I realize there's two aspects of it. One, because you come and go. And two, because the food. So it's like,
Right.
food, I'm hungry, there's a tease, and also you leave. So
Right.
there's another tease.
You just show up and you're like, hey guys, I just wanted to say hi that I'm kind of here, but also I'm gonna go eat some bomb ass food that y'all can't have. Bye.
Why'd Donnie leave? Did he leave?
Alright, Donnie, are you still here? I looked in the chat and it said that he was still here. I just don't hear him. Oh, yeah, I guess he did leave. Okay, bye, Don.
Bye down. I'm wondering now why I have the first challenge, but then I have skill challenge. No, I think I'll keep it this way though. I'll give them the chance to make perception checks each challenge.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that makes sense.
Nice. Yeah, man. Art is really something that, unless you know you're going to get some kind of reimbursement, it's difficult to justify commissions. So, take challenge number 2.
Oh, Mango said I was going to stream soon and is getting ready to announce. Do you want me to announce it out loud? I don't know if, well, I mean, everybody can read it, but was that your announcement?
That was the announcement.
Was that the announcement?
No, he's going to announce it on his stream.
Right. I'm saying, do you want us to talk about it here? Because we can. I mean, proud of you. Good job. Oh, I didn't. Okay, didn't announce what it is yet, but that it's being prepped. Got you. Still, though, that's exciting. I really do be like that. Phil, where you get that fancy VIP badge? I think it's because Phil is a mod, which is weird. That why wouldn't you be? You should also be one, I believe. Hang on.
Are we knighting? What is Puma? What's Puma's icon? Is that the egg icon?
No, it's the crown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Challenge
there you
2,
go.
Strong Rapids. So,
Ta-da!
2 lanes.
You've been knighted.
Merge again, allowing the ships to navigate back to central lane.
Mm-hmm.
Central route. However,
the main route, maybe?
Now, main route.
Whoa! Did you actually look at the mod view? It's like a whole new world. Right, exactly.
Yeah,
what is
view,
this
man.
layout?
Yeah. It takes some getting used to, for
Yeah.
sure. Now with great power comes great responsibility.
Hey.
However, ahead nearly halfway through the channel, the area has
Bork. Good evening.
Hey, Wolf. How is it going? Evening means Russia, right? Or Russia.
Russia.
Europe.
Yeah, and
I mean, Russia is most of Europe.
yeah,
right?
Russia is
really,
also Europe. Yeah.
Oh, Asia.
First question:
it's all
can
of
I
everything.
ban myself? That's a good question, Puma. I don't know. You can try and see what happens. Just know that I don't know how to unban you. So if you do that, you'll have to beg Kaz for senpai re-entrance because I don't know how to do that.
I could do it. Any other mod could do it.
Okay.
We're doing good shift. For Wolf, we are working on this skills challenge for this little part of the adventure.
Mm-hmm.
So the skills challenges to, I like to put in skills challenges. Not everything should be combat. So skills challenges are really good thing to make the group work as a team, and have consequences if they have bad rolls. It's
Right.
good. It's good reason to roll dice with consequences.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And to make them squirm. If you're one of those, I am a benevolent goddess, so I tend to give them like the benefit of the doubt when it comes to rolls. But there are some people out there who are like, we must kill them all. And
However,
Wolf said, I mean, I would die in Russia of the cold weather. I'm already miserable at -5. Yeah, no, I feel that. I love the snow, but like, not digging the cold. I hate the cold if it's not worth something. Like, if it's gonna snow, then that's fine. But if it's just really, really cold and raining, or really, really cold and windy, I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that. In the homebrew I'm a goddess of the underworld. Ay. Are you like Persephone, or did you make like a new one?
however, accumulation of smaller rocks under the smaller rocks and the corals too.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, should we? Oh well, no, they're not in the Arctic, so they wouldn't see like an iceberg. But should we maybe do some like rock avoidance kind of things? Like, is there, or like coral reefs, or like underground like sandbars? Like,
yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now.
right. Like maybe the perception-y aspect of like, there's stuff here that you can hit, but you have to actually see it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. That's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So like this one will be a rapids thing. So the perception comes with in like maybe even like a skill check. So I think perception would work, but like you're looking for that if you know about rapids, like going through rapids, you're looking for like a V. The V is where most of the water flow is making it through the area in the rapids.
Mm-hmm.
So basically this one is you got to aim for the right part of the rapids, or it could have some consequences.
Right.
But there's always the dexterity check. That's like the skill check part, right? You got to be able to see it and then react to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gotcha.
And then the last one will probably be at the actual shoreline, because once they get through this, they're going to be riding large waves as they kind of push up against the shore. So they're gonna have to make a dexterity check to make sure the back of the boat doesn't kick out and like kind of beach the vessel by like having to push up. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So that's the last one. So I mean,
Gotcha.
we could add one more and have it be a sandbar,
Mm-hmm.
like some kind of sandbar thing.
Yeah.
That could lead to. I got it. That'll lead to how it could. So basically, perception. If you see the sandbar, if you see it, you have to first make a dexterity check to make sure you hit it at the right angle to not like have it mess you up.
Mm-hmm.
But if you fail that, now that's when your boat's like kind of gone sideways. The waves push it off the sandbar and are pushing it to its coast. You got to do one last dexterity check to see if you can right the boat in time to stop it from just being like completely beached sideways against like on the sand.
Yeah.
Really difficult.
Yeah, that would be super hard.
Cool.
Puma said I cannot ban myself. And then Wolf said I meant, like you saying you're a benevolent goddess, some of my homebrew critters are too nasty. Okay, I thought you meant that you were like in a homebrew and that you are the goddess of the underworld. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, I feel that. Yeah, I feel like
We've got some pretty nasty guys.
Yeah, I like me personally as a DM though. I feel like I'm a little too nice. Still trying to learn how to properly balance out item crafting. Yeah, Math Boy Jaharic is who does all of our stuff. I'm terrible at that. At like the stat block stuff. Like I suck at that. I can't do it to save my life.
The thing that sucks is like I have no idea how good I am, because getting feedback on anything is really difficult.
It is so hard.
So like maybe I'm horrible at it and I just have no idea.
Yeah.
I've made some items.
Right.
They're out there.
It's entirely possible that I'm a terrible DM, but I also feed all of my players, so like, it's a toss-up. So like, I might suck at gameplay, but they also don't want to not get dinner every week. So I bribe them into being a good goddess. So are the dexterity checks, is it the whole party? Like, is it like a team check? Or is it like specific people with different roles have to do
So
each
what
one?
I say here, and I should highlight it. So let me see. Let me bold it real quick so it's highlighted. So you use the ship's dexterity score modifier for the Spindle Strike and the Sienna, and you allow character roles to add to the modifier based on their roles on the ship. So it's more complex than just a simple dexterity check. You get to, the crew could like have whatever the roles are. So whatever the mechanics are of the role abilities of the crew that Brian's working out, those can help modify the role as a modifier.
Gotcha. Alright. Scientist Sam is lurking. Cool, thanks, bro.
Howdy, sir.
Okay. Mango said, I don't really make monsters, but I do my best. Based off of other stat blocks, I'm more inclined to archetypes, classes, and races. I'm trying out feats and items, mundane and magical. Puma said, whoa, I traveled through the portal and I'm back to normal view. I don't know, Mango, you did fairly well, I feel, with like the monsters. Like, that was crazy. Colin, did you see the disco blood pup that we made?
What?
Yeah, so there's the video game Monster Hunter. Like, I don't even remember what it was called. It's something with a weird name. It's like this weird flesh dog thing, and it fucks people up, and we made it into a D&D monster. I say we. It was really him and Kaz. I was just kind of there to type things.
What's the challenge rating of this?
They wanted it to be like a 2 or a 4, and it ended up being like a 6.
That happens.
It was, yeah. Don't lie to me. I'm not lying. Like I said, I can't do it, so you did better than me. But, yeah, no. Oh. Casmodius, if you're still around, excuse me. I don't know, if there's Reddit that you can, like, post that kind of thing to. I imagine there has to be. His internet dropped the stream. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'm not a Reddit person. That's more of a Kaz Draharic front. Like, I can do the YouTube and the, like, Instagram sides, but when it comes to, like, deep weeb space, I'm not as versed. Yeah, this sounds like elevator music. But this is like baby making elevator music. Ding ding.
Mine.
Ding ding. Anywho. So, after they hit the sandbar, well, I feel like, so the damage also stacks though too, doesn't it? So like if they have like a series of really shitty rolls, like what can they do to not have their ship smashed to smithereens and be stranded on an island?
Well, if you have shitty rolls, not roll better.
Suck less.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to put that as an outcome. It's not going to. What it's going to end up being is if you rolled I cannot say what would happen if you rolled like 3-1 in a row. That would be, except but that's any situation, right?
Yeah.
Like, any situation that could be just the end.
Yeah.
If you do it. But like, as long as you aren't critically failing, the worst that it's going to be is that it's going to require repairs. Like, you
Right.
can't just leave right away. You're
Right.
going to have to be on that island for days or a week.
Yeah. Collecting stuff and fixing it. That makes sense.
Yeah, most ships have a surplus of some of the most like common repair. You know, they're going to have some planking. They're going to have hammers and nails and tar, like, buckets of tar and stuff to patch certain things. So,
well, it would be pine tar, which is not super hard to make if you know what you're doing. But
line. So the hardest perception check is going to give you a really good clue as to a point that the ship should go down. And I think what I'll do is I'll actually that should give them advantage. Instead of making it a modifier, we should just give them advantage.
Right.
On the actual roll, yeah. So that'll be the skill challenge part, and then the dexterity check, I'll figure out. Okay. Waves, so hard. Although the exposed dangers are only visible although I don't want to say this.
Pine tar. I need to use that name in a game. Pine tar is basically what they used to seal rope and like rigging for ships. And there are still like ships that are found sunk from like hundreds of years ago, and the ropes are still like perfectly intact because of how well they were sealed. Anywho, what are we trying to
I'm trying to say I'm trying to say basically it's too difficult to try to figure out where to go just looking at the coral, but you realize that the waves as they go through, there's a slight depression, or like you can tell by the waves how they pass over that there's a big break in the coral line, and you aim for that spot. I'm just gonna start over with like you identify like that kind of route. So you spot and call out a location, a spot
like
on
maybe a
reef.
safe passage through the reef.
You spot and call out a possible safe route where the waves seem to pass more freely. Yeah. So, if the perception check beats hard DC, proposed spots the proposed route offers advantage on the dexterity save. And then all that's going to happen is if they barely beat a DC, like if they pass but it's the easy DC, basically the Sienna not screams. It's like, that noise, like, can you imagine like having this wooden hole being pushed and dragged across rocks and coral?
It wouldn't really be a groan either. It would be like a wail almost.
What's the bottom?
A shrill.
I like whales.
Whales, yeah.
Yeah.
Mango said at first glance there seems to be no easy way through, but after watching the waves you find a possibly safe route through the reef. The waters seem to flow far more easily in one spot and gives you a feeling of a trustworthy path.
Yeah, that is good. I'm going to send that.
Maybe like the vessel like cries out in a shrill sound like from the hole as you grate across the coral. Something like that.
Yeah, I'll get back to that one. I'm fixing this other. At first glance, it seems difficult to navigate these small breaks, but you spot and call out a possible safe password. Yeah, and it's also the length of it too. I don't want, because these are like in these skill check blocks, I don't want them to be
super
a lot of
crazy
text.
long.
Yeah, because most likely DMs will actually, use their kind of threshold of elaboration if they want to elaborate on it, create their own, which is at first glance seems difficult to navigate through the small breaks, but you spot and call out a possible safe password. That's, I like that. Sienna. Okay. What was it you said about the sienna? The sienna, about it being scraping along the coral?
Oh yeah, like a shrill wail sounds from the hull as it grates across the tops of the coral.
Emanates.
Yes.
Did not spell it. It is EM, I'm sure.
Maybe.
Emanates.
Emanates.
Yeah, emanates. Emanates.
If I type emanates into Google, the first thing that comes up is Eminem. It's EMANATE.
ATES, yeah. Got it. Emanates from the hole as the wood planking scrapes and scratches
Or grates.
along the grate. Sharp coral. Water. A new slick a slim shade.
My husband loves Eminem.
Once the boat settles, new sounds of water spray come from below, where multiple leaks have sprung. Have sprung.
Where multiple it would be not engine failure. It's like there have been multiple structural failures.
Mm-hmm. I still think multiple leaks
Yeah.
works because specifically it's talking about the sound of water.
Yeah.
So medium, and I'll put in resolution that should the boat have taken leaks from the first challenge, now there should be a compounding issue
Yeah.
with leaking in the hole below that requires specific attention, potentially deterring from a dexterity save for the last challenge.
Right. Like, as the sea pours forth into your vessel, you must now try to figure out how to save it. Something.
Yeah. So medium, we want it to maybe get like a small leak, or like or maybe we just say
Maybe like
yeah,
a
okay. It's
crack,
actually
like
gonna
the wood has like splintered in some places, but it hasn't quite like broken the boards yet. But if it gets hit again, it's probably gonna smash through.
I'm gonna say that actually what happens is the boat actually gets hung up for a second with this medium DC, and on one very specific side of the ship, it got where it got hung up. There's now just one leak right there that needs to be patched. But I'll say that like a quick patch should cover it. Yeah. So medium. Because did I say with the medium? The boat manages to squeeze through most of the line, but gets hung up on the port side, turning the back end slightly before breaking loose and pushing forward. Below, a new a new leak has emerged where the boat connected. A quick a new leak has emerged. Below, a new leak has emerged with the boat connected to the main that should only require a quick patch. In hard, Darius guides the vessel into a narrow break in the line of coral, evading any permanent damage. Sure. Surely.
Whoops. That's not what I meant to do.
Okay. So we need resolution.
Okay, so maybe when the like depending on how it went, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you made it through relatively unscathed, then I don't look at all Dr. Toys. Dr. Colin is still in the process of moving.
Yeah.
But
It's a lot.
so maybe like they make it through unscathed, right? They get to, because they're trying to get to like the root of the tooth, or is this through the root, like around?
Yeah, it's through the narrow channel that's between the two roots of Tooth. Yeah.
Yeah. So they have now like reached their destination, right? And they're like good. They made it.
Not quite yet. They're almost there.
Almost there.
They're at the yeah.
Yeah. So maybe like you, through the spray and like size of the crew, like you see like green and mountains in the distance, indicating that you've almost made it to your destination. And then if your vessel has sustained damage, then you will need to either like repair it immediately before you make it there, otherwise you might not. You get there fine and you like dock and everything is good, or you like put a dinghy in the water however you get to it.
Right, anchor it'd be probably.
Yeah.
Well, actually, but also like they could probably shore the boat pretty easily with these waves, but it just needs to be straight on. They just need to get it straight on, like raise the keel and bring it straight on to land.
Yeah.
They could anchor it, but with the waves, that'd be.
Sorry, Phil and Boom are talking. So and then I guess so like the middle run would be like if you need to fix what's leaking and what's broken right now, otherwise you're not going to make it to shore. Then there's
I think that's difficult though, because there's no way they can just stop what they're doing. That's kind of part of the challenge, is that like you can't stop once you're in. Like you just got to make it in whatever, you got to just end it in whatever condition you can. You know.
Yeah.
There's no stopping to fix anything before you make it to the.
Okay.
So then all in one kind of thing.
Right. So we'll say that they see it on the horizon. It's like within reach. They make it there. They can either like drop anchor and go out or whatever they're going to do, or they can bring the boat onto shore in order to repair it.
Right. Correct. So if a vessel is taking on water from Challenge 1, they now have a serious flooding issue should more leaks occur. Otherwise, damage has been minimal to this point.
So apparently Phil is a time traveler.
Okay.
Phil said, "You overruled my VIP badge with that fancy sword of yours." Technically, Phil should also be a moderator, so.
Challenge number 3 is going to be called the Sandbar. And then we'll do challenge number 4 called beaching the boat or something. Beaching. But I am going to go back and once I'm done with this and add a little text box that, like you're saying, kind of describes each challenge as they're coming up to it, because I didn't do that. The Sandbar. So ahead, you can see the long and pristine shoreline of the final cove. At the cove, at the end
where
of the channel.
Where lies your destination? Yeah, Phil and Puma, you both got knighted. Like, since you've been brought into the inner circle, you both get to be cool kids now. Oh no!
Hey.
Big Pharaohs!
Okay, how do I do it?
Hang on,
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, go ahead.
Bam. Got him.
Hey. Good job.
Got him.
Wow, you got it almost before it popped up on the screen. Good job.
I did, yeah.
Phil's lurking. It's fine.
Is that a command of ours?
I don't think it actually.
It should be.
It should be.
Yeah.
Just all caps. I'm lurking. I'm not really
The
sure.
response should just be like, "Say hi, jerk."
Sorry, I keep getting up, everyone. I can't get comfortable in my chair. I really want a new. This is my shady chair that I have. I really want a new one, but. Wait. Okay, so they see the shoreline, their destination ahead of them. List all current viewers who haven't commented anything. Oh, gotcha. I didn't know that. Back with a sudden phone call. Oh, you're cool. Thanks for hanging.
One thing.
No, you're fine.
Ahead, you can see the long, pristine shoreline of the cove in this channel. It becomes quickly apparent that the waves are not breaking as hard on the beach as they should, and due to a sandbar directly
Beneath the water.
ahead.
Oh, yeah.
The ship must hit the sandbar head on with enough speed to pass over it fully and come out straight. Come out straight. That's sort of quickly and straight and at what?
Okay, bye, Mango. Who said I didn't know it either? It was just an idea for the command. Yeah, I don't know if it actually will show us there or not. It's an idea though. But bye, Mango. Good luck with your professor. Yeah, I think that's a good solid. And then if they hit it, they are thus running around.
Yeah, if they hit
You,
it,
my
they're gonna
friend.
so like basically the DCs will be the hard DC you go over it fine. Medium DC it kicks you, it changes your angle like just 10 degrees or something, and then that'll just add a modifier maybe to the next dexterity DC, and then the easy one will basically bump it off course more.
Thank you.
And
Sorry.
undeterred.
We appreciate the follow.
Fully undeterred. That's good. Who followed?
Shifting to wolf.
Oh.
Thanks.
Donka.
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 My look at that Donka. I'm just kidding.
Don't be bitter.
Don't be bitter. I was appreciating your Donka. Merged are hard to yell at us.
Perception check.
Trying to come up with lore for my magical item who's only been mentioned by name. Ooh. What's the name? And we'll see if we can give it some weird stuff. I don't even know if I want to try to pronounce that. Mananan McLears. Is it Mananane or... Oh, okay. Okay. I figured it was Celtic. But yeah, okay. Ooh. Okay, so it's a knife that belongs to the god of the underworld. Ooh. Maybe... Has it been called, like, an actual thing, or has it just been called, like, Manbro's knife?
Ahead, the pristine sandy shores look calm and inviting as the waves gently crash against. Jeez.
So this is the last barrier between them and the shore, right?
Correct.
Part of a creature item that is within the monster manual. Is it sentient? Or does it just have like powers? Yeah, so do they have to go around the sandbar? Or like
No, they just have to they have to build up speed. They have to
no,
because
so like
he's been kind of
skip over it?
you gotta just attack it aggressively.
Right, gotcha.
Maybe.
Just
What do you
full on yeet right over it.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. Basically, the crane bag is a mythical bag of holding made from the skin of a cursed god, which was Menene McLair's lover. He made the bag and filled it with 11 items held dear to him. So in order to homebrew the bag, I need to also make the 11 items. Gotcha. That's cool.
Head of this. But you're only going to get insight to that if you make the perception check, and so like the hard perception DC. So if you get the medium, they might attempt to try to go around it or something, and that could cause more problems than help.
Or it could be the other way, where you see the sandbar, it doesn't look like it's that high, you should be able to just go right over it. And then you do, and you scrape the bottom again. Or you realize that it's too high and you'll never make it, and go around it instead.
Yeah.
Or the other way around, like it's low enough that you can go over it, and you think if you
But
go
you might not
around
know
it,
that.
right? But like if you think you can go around it, it's actually much bigger than it looked, and you're gonna have to go much further than you intended, and it's gonna take longer. Seeing how their weapons, items, gear made by the gods for the gods, they're OP. So the bag itself is made from the lover. Is anything in the bag something that was that god's, or are they all things that were just like sentimental, like to?
If the vessel raises keel, it should pass. The vessel raises its keel, steams ahead. Should pass over without little trouble.
Yeah.
Skill challenge. The crew must quickly decide wish to attempt to navigate around the sandbar or plow.
So they can either because there's 3 levels, right? There's like they make it and it's totally fine, they can go right over it. The medium.
They can. So basically, it splits from one decision first. Do they go for it, or they try to go around it?
Mm-hmm.
If they try to go around it, I'm just going to make it a simple single DC check, dexterity check, to see if they make the turn in time.
Mm-hmm.
If they make the turn in time, then they can make it to a safer spot relatively easily.
Right.
But if they don't, now they're sideways, so that could be really bad. If they try to turn, but they don't make it in time, that's pretty bad. If they do decide to go straight forward, the dexterity save will depend on the outcome of that, being either they plow straight over and through it, they get turned a little, or they get turned a lot.
Right. Because if they get turned too far, then they're broadside to the waves, and they can get
exactly
like hit or cause more damage, or they can be pushed onto the bar.
Basically, right. It would almost attempt to roll the boat, and it would just be flat. Yeah. Be pretty messed up.
Yeah. Would not be a good time.
Damage wise, just situational wise.
Yeah.
You know, like
a couple people get thrown.
Yeah, the sails could get wet. A few ropes could get snagged. Like, there's a bit that could happen.
Right. Some people get yeeted, as it were.
Mm-hmm. So the last time I did it, I had the skill challenge, and then I had this second time skill check. So that this time it's attempt to turn away. That's one dexterity check.
Mm-hmm.
And then did I have resolution after each one? Or did left one, right? Dexterity check.
I like how it's called the maw because it's a tooth.
Yeah, I know, right?
How dad of you. Wolf said there isn't much lore to be found for them, the shirt and the house, except that it can be found within the bag. Maybe how they got into the bag? Or like what they're made of, like if the knife is made out of some like crazy material that like isn't native to the world, you know?
Stardust.
Yeah. The 11 items are the knife, the shirt and the house, Gobernu's smithing hook and belt, the King of Scotland's shears, the King of Lauchlin's helmet, the bones of Asal's swine, a fishskin belt, Squabtuine legendary floating ship, Farach legendary blade, and Onbach the magical horse. Ooh.
It's bullshit.
Uh-oh.
I got a 99.25 on my midterm for design, so it dropped my fucking grade down to a 99.85. Do you know how fucking mad I am?
Wait, so we got a 99 on your project?
99.25.
0.25.
Yes.
How?
Why would you know how fucking mad I am?
What was
I had straight 100s in that fucking class, and this motherfucking prick had the goddamn audacity to dock 0.75%
of a point.
Of a point.
Why? Does it say why?
I haven't looked that far into it yet, but I'm fucking mad. I just texted Ramos, I'm like, this is bullshit. He was like, oh fuck, the grades are out? Yeah. So I sent him a picture of it, I was like, yeah, I'm fucking mad.
I'm sorry, dear. No, not the kittens! No!
Why, you don't want them to watch
Invade.
you stream?
Everybody want to see something really cool? Ready? Bootstrap, come here! My kittens come when you call them. Say hello. Say hello. Mwah.
Meow.
Nobody ever believes me that my cats are like well trained because a lot of times they're not. This little motherfucker peed in the dryer yesterday, but they do know their names and they will come to me when I call to them. They will also get out of rooms when I tell them to leave. He's a cutie though. He's also very vocal. Makes a lot of noise. Okay. Since the items are OP, there's a high DC to be able to draw it out of the bag in the first place. Sweet. Teacher trolling students, yes. Thanks, he is pretty cute. Oh, shit, Duchess is in here too. God damn it. Come here, Duchess! She doesn't like to be picked up, so this is gonna be slightly more difficult. Come here! I know you heard me. Come here. Not you. Or I guess you, that's fine. Oh, there you are. Come here, princess! Oh, I know you don't. Alright, she doesn't want to be picked up, so. But she did jump up on the table. Anywho, so. Not topside, but like, be hit broadside by the waves, maybe, and take more damage.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If they fail this dexterity check, if they're trying to turn away and they get caught on the sandbar,
Oh, there you
I'm not going to say like specific the consequences, but I'm going to describe that it should, as the waves continue to pound against the boat, it's going to push it and like roll it, and it's not going to be good. Not going to be good.
No, it's not really good. Princess is royalty. Of course, they don't want to get picked up. She is a psycho, which is why she doesn't want to be picked up. Yes, thank you for kisses. Oh.
It's
You done? Okay. No, she has like PTSD from our old house and she rips her hair out. So she has to go on kitty Xanax when we're putting her in super stressful situations. And like she doesn't mind being pet and like being touched. Unless you touch a bald spot or if she doesn't know who you are. But like she's getting better at being picked up. But she's still, well, you'll hear her complain when my husband picks her up. You'll hear just as he carries her out.
pushing back.
Lurches to the side. That sounds dangerous. Reasonable complaint. Yeah, she just doesn't. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. I knew a friend whose cat would turn into a tooth-clawed whirlwind if you tried to pick him up. It was the only cat I knew who could turn into a blender within the blink of an eye. She's usually not too bad. I've had her since she was 11 weeks old, so she very rarely will fight me on it if I pick her up. Yeah, talking about you. Do you want to come over here again? So she usually won't fight me, but like if my husband tries to pick her up, she's like not about it. Oh, thank you. they named him Hannibal. That's a solid name for a cat, actually. Especially one who's crazy. Oh, thank you. She has a little Hitler mustache. I don't know if you can see it. You want to say hi to everyone? Thank you. See it? He was a rescue and they didn't know his past, only that he was found stuck in a barbed wire and very skinny. Aww, poor kitten. You know, she's a spoiled little brat. Both of them are. Our dog is a dumpster puppy though. Somebody found him like tied up behind someone's trailer, and like the guy we got him from like brought him into his house. And the guy, his landlord was like, if you keep this dog, you're going to have to pay an exuberant amount of money. So he told us, like, hey, I need to get rid of this dog. And so we took him, and we had to lure him into our house with McDonald's French fries. He was not about it. Okay, so if they fail the check, then do they...
Their vessel bottoms out on the sandbar.
And they're beached there?
At an awkward angle. Awkward. Resulting from their attempt to turn. Over the next few minutes, the waves will cause the keel to break and will roll the boat on its side, causing the masts and sails to go underwater, but also like snag and drag on the shore, on the beach, causing the masts and sails to snag and drag.
He was a perfect lap cat, but on 3 conditions. He picked one in whose lap he sat in, and he picked how long he'd sit there, and as long as you didn't try to pick him up, you were allowed to keep your hands. He'd do that move where he'd spin around, bite your wrist, and just wrap around your arm if you tried to pick him up. Vet visits were no fun. Yeah, when we take her to the vet, which has been a grand total of 3 times, I've told them every single time that she'll fuck you up. And every single time that they wrote in her record that she is too fractious for a proper examination. Even when she was a kitten, when she was like 11 weeks old, when they did like her, when they took out all of her lady bits, the most recent one that we took her to, they had to put a towel over her and held her down with like leather, like welding gloves. And she was not happy. She just doesn't, I don't know if like I just didn't socialize her enough as a kitten or what it is, but like she's just not about it. She's super loving, like unless you try to pick her up, and then she's like, no thank you. Unless you're me, in which case you have mommy, huh?
This will require major repairs, taking nearly a full week before the crew can set sail. Boom. You done got fucked up.
You done goofed.
Done messed up Ron.
We have a friend whose name is Ron Lloyd.
Lloyd.
I don't know why his parents did that to him, but... Why are you grabbing my hand? But yeah, Aaron Lloyd, who actually recently just got back from the desert.
Is there a rank with a alliteration name like
I
that?
fucking wish. Well, staff sergeant, but he's not. He's a captain.
Corporal has a silent L, right?
It does, yeah. No, he's Captain Lloyd now. He was XO Lloyd.
XOXO Lloyd.
XOXO Lloyd. No, I do have a friend whose name is Major Wood.
I'm sure there's tons of
Yeah,
names that
I'm sure there's
you
ton.
can turn pretty easily.
Yeah, and then Patrick, before he switches over to the Space Force, which won't be for a while, like after he gets his bachelor's, but he wants to get his Ranger tab first. That way he can be a Space Ranger.
Ooh. Call him Buzz Lightyear.
Are a dagger and a knife technically the same thing? Yes and no. Knives
Daggers
tend...
are meant for fighting. Knives can be for like cooking. And
Yeah, knives generally have one edge that is actually like meant for cutting. Daggers are usually double bladed or double edged.
But I would say a dagger is a type of knife.
Yes, a dagger is a type of knife, but generally most knives only have one blade edge.
The vessel hangs up on the sandbar.
But if you're
Perhaps.
looking for like a Celtic knife, then technically it would be called a dirk.
Either from not enough speed or the vessel does not gather as much speed as should,
Yes.
and the boat hangs up on the sandbar, turning it nearly 60 degrees to, we'll say, this port.
Jesus Christ.
This would be similar. The boat glides over the sandbar relatively easily, yet is pushed off course
It's like they don't even try to chew their food.
20 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And the hard one is the boat
Yeah.
And Duchess.
ship
No, you can take her.
accelerates as it hits the sandbar dead straight, causing it to quickly go and
She wouldn't be purring if she wasn't happy. Ooh, God damn it.
maintain heading. Cool. So, resolution is next, but I think I'm probably going to stop there.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah.
Almost done with the skill challenge, and we'll get into the colossal hermit crab next, the encounter with the pelicans, and then yeah,
And that's
I'd
it.
say we're like halfway now.
Yeah.
Except for this kind of stuff we're missing up here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's stuff that I'm gonna work on today and tomorrow and...
Yeah, once you get the Google Doc up, I'll go through and put in the Google Doc any kind of relevant information for what we need done.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. If there's anything that you need added into the Asana as well, like if I miss anything that needs to be put in there, But yeah, the Google Doc is fine, and I'll just go back through and do it. More on the Asana is more for me at this point, since I think me and Brian are the only people who actually use it. And Kaz kind of uses it, but I'm gonna get the doc set up pretty shortly, and then I'll let you know once it's up and you can do all that stuff. Kaz mostly wrote the lore for the hermit crab. I just have to do the pelicans, and then I got all the art from Sophie. Do you already have them in there?
Not the pelican.
Okay, so the pelican is also
Coral Hydra. Yeah, I don't even think is the pelican stat block's not even in here yet.
No, but the picture's
I
done,
have
though.
the juvenile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's done, but I don't have it yet.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Actually, I might have the picture, but I don't have the stat block, so I haven't put it in yet.
Okay, gotcha. Well, the picture is in the Google Drive. But okay, well, I guess on that front then, thank you everyone for hanging out. Wolf, if you're not already part of the Discord, I would definitely recommend joining it, so that you can get assistance if you need it, on learning stuff. Or not learning stuff, but like making stuff. A lot of our people are really good about that. And the Creators Guild as well does really good stuff. You're in there. Sweet. Good. Great. That means, yeah, feel free to ask about stuff in there, and people are usually really good about helping out. Colin, would you like to promote yourself?
Yeah, if you're interested in introducing children, or you have nieces, nephews, or cousins that want to try role-playing games out, there's lots of good educational games. Role-playing is good for kids. I have a 5e based kids game called Fairies of the Mistglade, which you can find under my company named Family Fantasy RPG.
I believe there is a link to that in the About section.
Sweet. And then,
I'm gonna try to get commands up so that when we put it in there, your Instagram and stuff comes up too. But
I'll say the other one real quick, just because there's some newer people here. Also, Wildspire Miniatures. If you're into miniatures, I've written some homebrew content for I say some. It's like 220 pages. Quite a bit of homebrew content with them. A cool world that has the Cardinal race player races around Elysium. Some good planescape type lore, and a good planescape world.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Definitely check them out. A lot of the stuff's really cool. Thanks for hanging out with us, Colin. We hope you guys had a good time at Morning Brew with Dr. Colin. As of right now, I believe our next stream will be on Wednesday. Not 100% sure on time yet, but if you follow our Instagram at _turtle_guild, then we usually post the schedules there. And they should also be posted on the Twitch. I just have to update them. So, thanks for hanging out. We appreciate you. And
bye, Puma.
Yeah, bye, Puma.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, have a good rest of your day.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Hey guys.